How's it going, guys? Good to see you. Bear with, guys. First time I've hit some balls in about 48 hours, so gonna be a bit rusty, I think. Hence why I'm missing everything at the minute. How's everyone doing anyway? Good to see you all. I appreciate the gifts, Dexter. I'm just going to get started because I'm no use. Let's just try and play ball. No, it's not races tonight, it's just me on my own, just practicing at the minute. Haven't got a match organised tonight. I've got a match organised for tomorrow night, so I've had the last couple of days off, been away. And so this is the first time I've played for a couple of days, so it's probably not going to go well, and the last time I played it was terrible. So we'll see. Yeah, if you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. Let's get going. Appreciate it, Jacko. Alright, let's take this one as a practice frame then. I think we're probably going to go, I mean, neither are great, but we'll go yellows. Saying that. This is not the one I want to be practicing with. Quite a difficult clearance, this. Still going to try and get yellows, I think. Yeah, good, thanks, mate. How are you? Right, what am I doing? Apart from, again, missing everything. Let's just see what we can do. Watching that game with Tommy, yeah, I was a bit surprised at the scoreline, but obviously, different venue, away crowd. I guess you can't win them all. But he won the last one. Last time they played, he won by a similar amount. So it's 1-1 in that series. But whether they do a third one, I assume they will, but we'll see. All right. Thank you, young Dave. Appreciate that. Jamie, hopefully I'll get a decent break this time round, mate. Welcome, guys, on YouTube. Welcome, guys, on TikTok. All right. So we're starting from now. Basically, I'm playing against a ghost. You see the scoreboard below the table? There's a blue number and a red number. Anytime I win a frame, I get a point on the blue side. Anytime I miss a ball, the red number goes up. And we'll see which one can get to 10 first. I'm trying to clear the table from the break without missing. Not an ideal break to start, but we'll see what we can do. Wilbur, how we doing, mate? Good to see you. Might just chalk this one up as a loss, but see if we can make something happen. Right, my phone's cut out. Sorry about that. Shut up. What did I just put? Yellow. Alright, well, I'm just going to re-rack, I think, because this is not going to be a clearance. No. Alright, so 0-1. Let's get a better break than that. How we doing, Steve? Good to see you, Dob. Nice to see you, mate. Alright, that's going to be the worst break of the night. I've already called it. Cue ball was actually pretty good. It's just the split was terrible. Can't get any worse than that, though, surely. It's a little bit better. Alright, you're at the table. What colour are you going? Oh, mate, nice one, Rusi. How much are you selling it for? Alright, are you going to go reds or yellows if you're at the table right now? Alright, let's look at the reasons why you might go one versus the other. The reason why reds, they're both going to be difficult, but reds are going to be easier because this yellow is very difficult to develop with any of these 4 reds. Whereas reds, yes, you don't have a pocket for this ball where it has to go there, it can't go in there. You're going to have to land there at some point, but I'd say that that is easier to do than trying to use one of these yellows to break that yellow out. Saying that, kind of like the challenge of doing that. Kind of like the challenge. First shot on reds, you would just play this and break this bad ball out. And really, the worst balls are this one and this one. I think everyone would go reds here, but I just want to challenge myself and try and get yellows. See which ball I could use to break that yellow out. Let's see if we can make yellows happen. Still don't really have an idea. I think what I'm going to try and do, the problem is with any speed cloth, I'll be able to play that with left hand side, hit that cushion and go into this. But with this cloth, it won't grip. It would slide and you'd end up coming about this way and not this way. So what I'm going to try and do is play this ball, go up here. If I can land there, perfect spot. Play this shot with a load of bottom right hand side and try and draw up the rail. Hit that red and yellow, knowing that I've got this in here. Very difficult shot, but at least I can see a pocket for it. So I've got to try and try and get through this gap and basically land on the chalk. Probably going to go there. There. obviously got the pace of the table nailed down to a T. Can we just chalk this one up as a loss? Jeez, that was only a foot out of position. Not too bad. Right, anyway, if I'd landed in that position, would I have been able to break that out? That's the question. So if I'd landed here, probably not. Maybe we would have given it a bit more attention than that. Okay, so perfect example of why you don't take 48 hours away from the table if you want to get better at pool. And if you do, prepare for the first half an hour to be really bad when you come back. So anyone asks me, how many hours do you practice a week? How many days do you practice a week? How long should I practice for? Practice until it becomes routine. When you take a few days off, it won't be routine. It will go back to being routine, but just prepare for that first little bit of time that it takes you to adjust. Because you're not going to step back up after a week from the table and be playing the same way you were when you left. Just FYI. All right, let's go. Again, another really bad split. All right, again, reds or yellows? I'm not going to get either, but just got to try and pot some balls, I think. I'm not even going to think about this clearance too much. Just going to try and pot some balls. We'll go reds. Leave this as a backup. Try and break these two out with the first shot. Okay, now these two are the issue. Neither, that one goes. This is the worst ball out of all of them. Try and pop this in there if I can. So the thing that I need to do, ideally, is finish here for the last ball and then either leave the black in the middle or maybe play that last from it. It's a case of how do I get here in 2, 3, 4, 5 shots time. Alright, I think the way I'll do that is pop this ball, land there, pop this ball. If I can get there, that'd be fine. If I can get there, I might be able to. And that's what gets me into this position. I'll play that, and then black goes in that corner. Hopefully. Pick my spot on this ball, ideally there. And now I'm ideally going to land there. And then basically land there, just the other side of the black. Gets me there for the finish. Come off the cushion actually. Good stuff. What are we on? Well, 600 of you watching on YouTube already, 200 of you watching on TikTok. Great to see you all. If you've got any questions, guys, feel free to ask. How many years have you been playing? 33 on and off. What cue do you use? The cue that I used to play with is 20 years old. It's a cue that I got for my 18th birthday, so I don't really recommend it because it's not one you guys could buy. The cue that I recommend to people is in the link in my bio. My break cue is an American pool playing cue, but it works well as a break cue. Again, the link to the table, basically any equipment that you see, balls, table, cues, chalk, brake pads, they're all in the link in my bio. So be sure to check it out if you need anything, even the scoreboards. All right, what's that? Is that 1-1? I think that is. better break that one. Don't think I can go yellows. So I'm just going to try and get reds, but we'll see. 1-1. I'm 38. I started playing pool when I was 5. I appreciate the compliment. Alright, so first ball, we're playing international rules. If I was playing black ball rules, I would probably play yellow onto red, break these two out, knowing that the yellow would move over here, and I'd have this pocket for the red later on, but this is going to be a tough finish with international rules because this red is difficult, and it's quite tough landing on these two. Maybe I'll try and separate them. Yeah, first shot I'm going to try and separate them out. Didn't play that very well at all. I mean, I'm on one of them, but it's still not likely. Still not a high percentage finish. Not too worried about these two. Like I said, it's just this one really. Didn't want the double kiss. Did not want that. Should be a miracle now if I get this one. Miracle. Can't see that one. Can see this one, but hamper queuing, this is such a tough shot. I'll try and screw into the black just to move it a little bit if I can. Alright, so still the issue is this red. So that shot worked out fine. If I play this with bottom left, I would hope to be able to get there. If I can land there, I can go into that yellow and I can leave that red for there. So that's where I have to land. I can't land any closer to the cushion. Don't really have the angle of this shot. I think I'm coming more towards the red, but we'll see. Yeah, I was coming directly towards the red. So I'm much closer to it. I'm sort of on the same line, but it's a little bit that way. I needed it 1 inch this way, and I don't know if I've got the angle to go into the red. I definitely can't get into the yellow, but I might be able to hit this red if I can. I've got to try and hit it, but it's probably not going to leave me a shot. No, that's poor. I was focused too much on trying to hit the red. I just really neglected the pot, but it was quite a difficult shot. So, all right, that's 1-2. How do you predict cue ball control? You play loads and loads and loads, and you generally get an idea for how hard to hit the ball, where it's going to go, and the amount of spin you play, and how just basically where the cue ball's going to go. But the only way to do that is to play an obscene amount of pool. If you're playing once a week, you're not going to develop that understanding, let's say. I basically would say don't take more than 24 hours away from the table if you want to get seriously good at the game. Okay. One of each. Don't really have a red, so I've kind of got to go yellows here, I think. So let's talk about some things about the yellows. So the worst thing about the yellows is where the black is. So I want to try and free up the black as early as possible, although it does go here, which would suggest that I could play potentially this ball last if I wanted to, but probably not going to. Definitely can't go reds. Definitely can't go reds. Okay, so let's try and pick an order here. It's going to be tough to pick the exact order. If I can get back to where the cue ball is now from this yellow, I can play this ball second, screw into the black, and that frees the black up, and then I'll come up with an order for the last 4 yellows and the black. Okay, so I just need to punch into the black, move the red. The problem will probably come that I'll land here, hampered over one of these balls. I won't have a shot on that. That's probably going to be the ball I'll play next. Alright, so luckily I'm on this ball, and even luckier, that ball didn't block the pocket for this ball. So, now we try and pick an order for the last 4 balls. Could go one of 3 or 4 ways. First ball's going to be this yellow. Go through this gap. If I can land here, I'll have a choice of this one or this one. I'm probably going to go this one, that one, black. All depends on the angle I've left on this ball though. Push the black even further in. So it's just, might change the pocket for it, but we'll see. Just need to top forwards about 1/2 inch with this. Screw back, that's where I want to be for this ball, I think. Needed to be a couple of inches over, I think, but we can still leave the black for the other corner, really. So the original plan was to put it in there. I think I'll just leave it, go across the table, land there, play the black. That's a shit shot, sorry. I think I was too focused on the chalk. Alright, anyway, it's 1-3. Should have been easy. Oh, I'm never putting the chalk down again. Because I was looking at it as I was playing the shot. It's like, come on, you've got to land on this chalk. Anyway. Alright, let's go again. Okay, so that is 1-3, not good. I think it's 1-3 or 1-2. I think it's 1-3. Come on, really? Really? That's mental. Cue ball back on the brake pad. Alright, let's go. What colour are you going here, reds or yellows? Elkmaster Pro is the tip I use personally. That's because I like playing with pretty much the hardest tip you can get. Yeah, what colour are you going here, reds or yellows? There's only one answer. Really? So we're definitely going to go reds. I think this red, obviously it's over the pocket, but getting from that to one of these 3 is harder than it looks because of this yellow. And also where this yellow doesn't go in the middle, you can't just screw back to here and play one of those easy. So not going to be an absolutely nailed on finish. Also landing on this ball, you've got to be pretty precise. This yellow makes it difficult. I could play the red through the gap and hit the other red, but I don't want it to tie onto this yellow. Alright, so this first shot I'm going to try and get here if I can, to play that second. Same pocket. Could have done with being an inch or so over. This ball is the worst red on the table right now. Still don't know where that's going to go. Tempted to try and play into the yellow here and just move it to make this red, just open up this red a little bit. Try and land here for this ball. Same pocket again. That's a poor shot. Could go for this red now. Kind of forced into going for that red, I think. It's just not going to leave me a mega easy shot. I might be able to get there, but then that's a tough shot on this ball to the corner, and it's just not doing anything with this ball. So this is still not a nailed on finish. Ugh. Try and play short position on that red. Yeah. This is one of those ones where you haven't played for a while, your confidence on them is so low. No, I'm not playing that ball now. I'm not playing. I'm trying to land short position, so try and land there for the red into the same corner. Stop. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's... Problem with this is I've got to play, dig down and screw back. Probably leave myself no shot on the red. Dead straight shot, but... Away. I've got a 3-ball plant here, but this is not high percentage. Not a high percentage shot. Got to get lucky to leave a red. Go in. Thank you. Alright. Badly needed the yellow to drop there. Now I've got a choice. I can play this to try and land on my worst red for the entire game, or I can try and back myself to make a long shot. But where I haven't played in a while, that looks really difficult. I think I've got to play it though. I have to play this. Just got to back myself to get it. Am I on this? Oh, that's fortunate. That is fortunate. Screw up table, hopefully land on the black. After all that, I told you it was going to be one of those games. We're picking up where I did on, where I left off on, when was it, Thursday. I appreciate that, honey. Tom Cousins or Mick Hill. Federer or Djokovic, that's like saying that. No, I think Cousins has got a shout for it now. And I think we'll see what he does by the end of this season, but he's definitely in with a shout. Three to 4 hours a day is enough, Juliet, more than enough. An hour a day is fine, as long as you are making your practice productive and not just going through the motions. Like if you've got actual progress with your practice. Play practice matches, play practice on your own, do everything. This cue ball is jumping up like mad. I don't know why. Again, not another gimme. Couldn't have a gimme, could we? Could not have a gimme, Clarence. What are you guys going here, reds or yellows? Right in the chat. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, sure, Mick hasn't played for a while, but if you look at what he did before that, that's like saying, like Andy Murray hasn't played for a while. I think you've got to go reds. I don't love them, but you've got to go for them because the yellows, especially that yellow, is just a little bit awkward to land on. So we're going to go reds, not mega confident. See what we can do. Make this one and there's a chance. Ideally, I want to play that one first. Or was that the last ball? I think that's the last ball. Don't need to do anything with the cue ball here. Leave it in the middle of the table. Nope. Missing everything, man. Back to 2 days ago. again. Let's go again. On Tuesday, played really well. Last week, had 4 dishes, but I worry. It's very easy to say don't worry, because, well, it's not going to work. But the thing that I do when I start worrying about tournaments, I don't really worry about them anymore because I don't really care about them. I'm not trying to be the best player, I just like playing pool. So, I think the best bit of advice I could give is try and do something that's taking your mind off of the situation. So, things like meditation or deep breathing and stuff like that, they're all designed to basically keep you relaxed when you're playing in the tournament. Sounds excessive for a game of pool, but it works. Alright, pretty good split. What colour are you going, reds or yellows? I need to put this score up. It's getting away from me again tonight. Yeah, reds or yellows, what are you doing? So again, this all depends on this here. What's worse? What's worse, reds or yellows? I think I'm going to go yellows. I think I've got a better chance of breaking out yellows. The worst thing about reds, obviously this red isn't great, but it does go in this corner, whereas this yellow doesn't go anywhere, right? So you're going to have to move that yellow if you go yellows. The worst thing about reds is this ball and that ball. That ball doesn't go past it, and that one blocks it, obviously. So that's going to be quite difficult. So let's see if we can get yellows. Saying it didn't go. That wasn't what I was playing for. I was trying to go through the gap and leave that one in the corner. It does just go, but it's very missable. That red covers a quarter of the pocket. Flick the yellow red and still went in somehow. Just need to get back up table from this. Just need to get back up table. Don't mind leaving myself a double on one of these 2 yellows. If I can get there, ideal. Wow, how have you ended up there? That's mental. And I don't have a shot on this. That is mental. Oh, does that go? Again, caught 2/3 of a pocket, but it squeaks by. Do everything I can to avoid the red though. Yeah, just compensated too much. I hate those shots. I always hit those thin. Just overcompensate for it. This is literally a repeat of Thursday's live. One of these days the form will change, I'm sure. But for anyone who was watching on Thursday, this is a carbon copy. But again, perfect example. Don't take off more than 2 days more than 1 day from the table. Otherwise, when you come back for the first practice, expect it to be at a lower level. Sabrina, I appreciate the gift. Thank you so much. Okay. That's got to be it. Come on, just be easy. Right, finally, we've got a break that's not super easy, but because of that yellow, but it should be a clearance. So let's go. That was the best break of it today. So let's just take that as a positive. See if we can do an exact order. Haven't done this today / in a while. Yeah. Don't love that yellow. Alright, here's the exact order. 1 to there, 2 to there, 3 to there, 4 to there, 5. It's It's going to have to be, because otherwise I've got to move it, which I don't want to do, because I know I'll push it towards this red. Leave this ball for number... Shit, I've got to play that second. I want that ball 6th, I want that ball 7th, and I want that ball last. Leave the long ball. Alright, we've got a perfect clearance. Let's go. I get Isis tickets, no. But anyone who's got a spare, let me know. I'll come with you and then I'll pay you loads of games of pool. It's funny I can get a decent table. I don't really recommend any other tables apart from this one, just because I don't play on any other tables. So, I mean, if you're looking for just a cheap budget table, places like Argos, maybe. Yeah, you can probably find some online, but I don't know what they're like because I never play them. Alright, we finally got clearance, and it was one which I called from start to finish. Let's do another one of them. We need another break like that. That was the difference. Best break I've had today, so let's see if we can match it. Fuck's sake. Just don't go in, cue ball. Again, what colour are you guys going? Reds or yellows? Reds or yellows? Right in the chat. I think we've got to go yellows. You have to go yellows. The worst thing about yellows is the first ball. Where are you putting that first ball? You've got to go behind the line, bear in mind. So that is your first ball if you go yellows. Which is not a gimme. It's not super difficult, but it's not a gimme. If you make that though, you can top through to here and play this ball second, you don't have to move it. It has a pocket already. So it's actually amazing, £50. Nice one, man. Did you use the link in my... you would have got a discount actually if you'd used... Oh, you're on YouTube. If you used my TikTok shop, you'd have got a discount on that. I don't know if you did, but it is really good. I just want to top through a few inches on this one. Cool. Okay. So this ball gets me on this one. It's going to land me there for this one. Or do I try and play that next? No. Alright, so we're on this one. Top through to there. And I want to be able to screw back from there. Do I? If I can screw back to there, that'd be ideal. So I can play this one, go round the back of these two yellows, land here, and I'll have a shot of a choice of both. This is probably not the best route, but give it a go. So again, want to land there. Awful. And now this is where the clearance goes tits up. Absolute shite. Pop that in the middle, would you? Not that. Okay. Anyway, that's because I put the chalk on the table. Shouldn't have put the chalk on the table. Did it earlier mess me up? Oh, nice one. Any suggestions on what cue is the best? Depends on what level you're at. If you're beginner intermediate level, then I recommend the Ultimate Pool Master Cue, which is in the link in my TikTok bio. My brake cue is from Cue Pros. It's a Q-Tech SV1 Ghost Edition. I mean, I like to brake with it, so it's at 2 and 6, I think. Two and 6. Why did that do that? It was looking so good until that red and yellow went like that. Okay. Again, black ball rules, I'll totally be going reds, play yellow one to red, try and clear reds, but I think I've got to go yellows. I don't really have a first red. That being said, this is not an easy clearance for either colour. What do you do here? Mess. That was a good shot. Terrible again. Sorry about this, guys. One of these days I might pick up the form in these practice matches. Yeah, so if you're in the league and you just started playing league, I'd probably recommend, if you're playing English pool, the cue that is in the link in my bio, David. So if you go on my bio, you'll see a link tree, and then you'll see, when you click on the link tree, you'll see a link that says the cue that I recommend for beginners and intermediate players. Click on that, and if you use my code, you get a discount on that cue. That's the cue I recommend. The one thing I'd say when you buy it, if you haven't already got a case, extensions, or a cue towel, get the master, Master Cue bundle, which includes all of that. Alright guys on YouTube, hearing the music, that's not good. I've got to turn it down, sorry. Bastard. Sorry, you can't have the music being heard on YouTube, it's only TikTok. Oh god, how many times? I think I'm going to give up on these trying to clear the table from the break. Just because, well, you've seen what's happening. Let's just freaking try and make something happen, eh? Alright, so I'm going to give up on this. Any challenges you guys want to see? Otherwise this is going to be the shortest live I've ever done. Because I'm playing like an absolute idiot. Again, perfect example, don't take off 2 days from the table. How long have I been live? 45 minutes, that is terrible. Any challenges you guys want to see that aren't trick shots? Problem with trick shots is they'll mess up my cloth, no doubt. Yeah, breaking the cycle. It's knowing how to break the cycle, Will. Because it was happening on Thursday, and normally after a bad session I play all right. Let's go for a speed clearance. Cue ball. Can't be bothered. Playing like a twat. Any challenges, guys? How come you can't have music on YouTube? Because the channel will get demonetized. Or the video will get demonetized when I post it. Copyright on YouTube. TikTok doesn't have copyright. 6 balls, 1 in centre. Put all of them without a miss. 1 on each cushion. I mean, my rail shots are horrendous, but I'll give it a go. So 6 rail shots. I'm not putting them flush to the cushion because I can barely put them when they're away from the cushion. I reckon I'll give myself 5 attempts at this and I'll do it 0 times. So I hope you guys are excited. Missed this first ball, is it? Prick. See what I mean about my quality of rail shot? See, I'm really good at rail shots. God, this is awful. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Straight line, middle of the table. Give it a go. Feel wiped. Absolutely wiped out. Come on. Wakey, wakey. That's what I'm trying to say to myself. Again, this is a good lesson for me. As much as I'm like shot to bits right now. Busy couple of days, put it that way. But there will be times when I play in a match and I'll feel like this. So I'm trying to like figure out how I don't feel like this. You know? Is it just a mental thing or what? Sorry, hold precision. If I'm up in that area, mate, I will for sure I will do it. Alright, all of the yellows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, followed by all of the reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Finish with the black. Okay. I don't use anything on my hand. Basically, if you get sweaty hands, use a glove. If you use talcum powder and stuff like that, you start to get it on the table, and it's just not a good time. All right. So let's see if that's done anything. Stop braking on the brake pad for a bit. See if that makes a difference as well. Just one ball, maybe. Just one ball. All right, we're going reds, 100%. See if we can get a finish. It's first ball again. First ball is just tough. Cut that one, flying into those other reds. Don't cover it. Use that yellow to hold the cue ball. And then to finish, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a little bit better. Still from a dry break though. I still feel absolutely wiped, but at least it's something. And I find that happens a lot. If I'm playing really bad, just trying to clear the table, I'll then do something like the line drill or a drill. It takes me away from that, and I come straight back into it, and I'll manage to get a good clearance because I don't know what changes, but obviously I'm not as down about the previous few frames. Okay. That's better. Just leave it as is. Don't tie any rep. Don't tie up against that yellow. So what do you do? It's literally made that yellow now. That doesn't go anywhere. Fantastic. Got to move that yellow away. Where the hell is my cue? Is it about to go? Is this your full-time job? No. I run my own online personal training business when I'm not doing this. So the order will hopefully be 1, 2, 3. It's probably going to have to land here. 4. Don't know what I can do here. Is that red, yellow go? No. 4. Nah. This is annoying. So 4 on that one. Try and land there for 5. 6. Out for the black. 7. Although that's difficult. This is difficult as well. Just hit that red. Fantastic. This is going to be a foul. 100% foul if I play this. Actually, it won't. I need to land there for this ball here, otherwise it doesn't have a pocket. And that's not going to make it. had to play at that speed, or I wasn't going to hold the cue ball. Awful. Alright, that wasn't very good. Go again. Where are you from? Southampton in the UK. Your neighbour's not here, you know. I mean, I've been here 5 years and they've never heard me, so I haven't had any. I'm cheating, yeah, you're right. I'm playing pool by myself, and somehow that means I'm cheating. Baffling. Alright. Quite just. Nice and easy break. God, I almost just want to re-rack. So bad. One shot anywhere beyond the line, international rules. Yeah, if you're playing black ball, it's 2 shots anywhere. 2 shots beyond the line. Let's go for a treble first shot with absolutely no value in it. Cool. Alright. Going through the motions here, there's no productivity with this right now. So let's try and make it productive. Anyone who wants to learn how to do pattern play, I'm going to teach you guys, and hopefully it'll wake me up a little bit because I'm playing like an idiot at the minute. Right, so pattern play, if you're intermediate and you're trying to get from intermediate to advanced, pattern play is literally the difference. If you are making patterns and seeing patterns, that's what brings you up to more of an advanced level. So let's work on patterns. All right, so there's 3 balls on the table. Your opponent's just missed the black, right? So basically, when it comes to clearing the table and moving the cue ball around the table, again, the difference between like a beginner player, an intermediate player, and an advanced player. Black ball is 2 shots beyond the line. Yeah, for 1 free shot and then you carry on, but it doesn't carry. So if you are an intermediate player looking to become advanced, the difference is what you do with the cue ball and how you control it. So basically, when we say cue ball control, it means minimal movement with the cue ball. So if your cue ball is flying around the table and you see you're playing shots like this one, and your cue ball is going like this, and it's moving all over the place, you have no cue ball control, right? So what you want to work on is playing shots that allow you to keep that cue ball on a string. So a pattern, for example, to get to the black would be potting this one here. You know that if you leave the cue ball within this circle, which is always what you want to do, you've got this one next, and that's going to leave you in this circle, and then this one last. All 3 should be dead straight shots. So let's see if we can do it. Again, just notice how the cue ball isn't moving anywhere after I've hit it. It's moving an inch or 2, right? That's a very basic pattern, But then what you do is, say you are looking to get better at patterns. So I just had 2 reds and the black. What you would do is you would create yourself a pattern like this. create yourself a pattern like this, and let's figure out how we can clear this. So again, all right, let me just ask you guys this, right? I'm going to number the reds, okay? And you have to finish with the black. So this is going to be ball 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. What order would you pop those reds and then finish with the black, okay? So again, just write like you'd go 3, then 1, then 2, right? Whatever you would do in terms of an order. There's like 5, 10 different ways you could do this, but there's really one way which keeps the cue ball on a string, right? So if we look, everyone's pretty much in agreement. Okay, now a few people saying start with number 2, a few people saying start with number 1, whatever. I think everyone's in agreement you're not going to start with number 3. The problem with starting on this one, so this is ball 2, the problem with starting on this is there's an angle which is taking you over here. So you've already lost the cue ball by this much, half a foot, right? And then you're expecting to play this shot and keep control, which is difficult because it's a long shot, and keep control for this ball, and then your cue ball is having to travel a distance of this much to get on the black, right? Whereas if you look at this as your last ball, the cue ball isn't going to travel anywhere, right? If the cue ball lands where that red is, you've got the black in this middle. So for me, the pattern would go 1, and again, it's personal preference, right? You're going to have a long shot with this, but 1 gets you here, 2 gets you there, 3 there, and your cue ball hasn't moved more than half, like whatever, quarter of a foot, right? The worst shot you're going to have is what you do with this ball is quite far from this red, right? That's the hardest thing about this pattern. But again, the cue ball, hopefully, if I get it right, won't have moved more than say 6 inches. So once you then do that, and again, set your own patterns. Don't make it the same pattern every time. But you saw there I had 3 reds and the black. What you would then do is take 4 reds out and go 4 reds, black. Right, same question. This is going to be, the thing is with this pattern, you could do this 10 ways, right? So it's all personal preference. But let's do this. Let's go. There. Okay, so let's number the balls again. We're going to number these reds, okay? So, 1 second, guys, on TikTok, hang out. Just got to verify the live. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so throw your numbers out there. We're going to number the balls so that all the reds have a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. What order would you pop these balls? And remember, create a pattern that there is a pattern with these 4. There's an order where the cue ball should move no more than 6 inches. I think a few people have said the same. Everyone's in agreement you're starting with ball 3. The problem with starting with ball 4, because this is an obvious shot right here, right? This is an obvious one. If you start with ball 4, you're already moving to get back to here, and then you've got a long, no, you probably wouldn't do that. So the right order in my head would be 3, 1, leave the cue ball where that red is, 4, screw back the most you'll have to screw back for the entire thing, which is 6 inches for this one, and then you've got a dead straight shot for the black, right? And then once you start to see these patterns, when you then start to do it with more balls, so again, notice the cue ball, minimal travel. That was a bad shot, really, because I lost the cue ball, but ball went in, and I'm on this red. And I just wanted to get a little bit further, closer to the black, so I moved the cue ball forwards a bit, right? But that, again, basic pattern. Once you've done that, Let's do it with 5. And if you mess that up, start it again. Don't move on from level 4. Don't move on to level 5, which is 5 reds and the black. Don't do that until you've finished level 4. Let's make one, I'd say a little bit harder. Okay, so this one isn't going to be too obvious, right? Right, let me move that there and that there. Okay, so I'm going to number the balls again, right? So these 3 are quite close to each other in terms of how far away they are over to the left. So just watch what numbers I give them. That's ball 1. That's ball 2. That's ball 3. This one is ball 4. There. This one is ball 5, and the black is up there. So what's your order? Four, 5, 3, 2, 1. 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. You could, but getting from this ball to this ball might be a little bit tricky. There's an easier way. There is an easier way. 4, 3, 5, 2, 1. Right, that's mine. 4, 3, 5, 2, 1 would be mine. Because again, you notice any other pattern, right, let me look at another pattern that someone's written. 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. 1. This is definitely not first ball. This is last ball based on where the black is. Otherwise, say you get rid of this ball. If you get rid of that ball, one of these 4 balls, you're going to have to travel this far to get there, right? So this is not your first ball, although it's the easiest ball out of all of them. This is the last ball because naturally, if you pop that, you're on the black. You don't have to move the cue ball at all, right? So that's why that will be last. I think a lot of beginners and intermediate players, when they look at the game, they think which one is the easiest shot first, and they go for the easiest shot. Very rarely is it like that. It's often based on patterns, right? So for me, the only pattern which allows the cue ball to move no less than half a foot is 4, 3, screw back 6 inches, 12 inches, whatever. 5, 2, 1, black. And I'll try and do that. Notice the cue ball hasn't moved much at all. Right, so again, that's level 5 because there was 5 reds, whatever. We'll keep going with this because I'm not playing well enough to be playing, so I'm just going to basically talk about patterns because it's my favourite thing to work on, to teach to an extent, but mainly to work on. Alright, so level 6. See if we can do one which is a little bit trickier. Okay, so just, is it 5? No, we've already done 5. Should be 6, one more red. Let's put one that could make it like a 50-50, let's say. All right, there you go. There's your pattern. What are you doing now? All right, let's number the balls first. So everyone watch the balls, which number I give each ball, and then you can write your order that you would pop them. They move from left to right if you're on YouTube, right to left if you're watching on TikTok. So that's ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go. You're probably going to have more than 6 inches of cue ball travel with this pattern, but not too much more. It should be a fairly straightforward clearance. So again, write your order in the chat once you've got it. Just a reminder of the numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then black. 3, 2, 6, 1, 4, 5. Too good. Too good. Everyone's saying the same thing pretty much. That's the exact order I would go for. 2, all right, let's look at this. 2, 1, 6, 3, 4, 5. The only reason why I wouldn't do that, Sahil, is because you're going to have to travel pretty far from this ball to get onto this ball, and you could easily lose the cue ball. Whereas there's an easier way of doing it without having too much cue ball control, too much cue ball travel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so yeah, my pattern, the first shot is very missable. You could easily miss that. But if you make it, you should be landing here for number 2. That gets you kind of here for number 6, which gets you here for 1, and then there's no cue ball control, no cue ball travel there. You've got this one. You're maybe moving back a little bit to play this one. This is always going to be your last ball based on the black being this side of the pocket. All of the other 5 balls are the wrong side for the black, so that's your last ball. You probably figure this out first, right? And then you'd have the ball here to be able to play that. I'll try and get it, but I bet I missed this first shot. Nearly. Again, just notice the lack of travel, which is all we want. Don't want to see that cue ball flying around the table, because the second it does, that's when you're going to lose control. Right, let me see if I can set that exact same finish and just show you what maybe a beginner might do. So it was there was one there, one was there, one was there, one was there. Right, so one was there, one was there. Here's what a beginner might do, right? And just notice the difference here. They probably wouldn't go for this one because it's a difficult shot. They're probably going to go for this one or this one, right? This one. Just about make it. And then they'll go for this one. And you can just see the cue ball just starting to travel a little bit too much, right? They've somehow managed to absolutely land plumb on this red, but they wouldn't go for this because this one's easier. And you can see, I'm making the finish here. My cue ball is all over the place. It's travelling loads. And now look, uh-oh. You're now in a situation where you can't finish. Unless... No. So yeah, just cue ball travel, and cue ball travel is what you want to avoid, basically. Alright, so that's level 6. Let's go level 7. Where is my other red? 1 second. Alright, so can we make this one difficult? Can we make it a challenge? Okay, 1 second. All right, What's your order? I'm going to number these balls. These three are in a very similar distance over to the right or left, whichever camera you're watching on. So are these two. So watch out for the numbers of the balls and then figure out your pattern from there. This is ball 1 right here. This is ball 2, 3, 4, and then it goes from here. 5, 6, 7, black. What order? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. No. It's not what I would do. Not what I would do personally. Again, what order are you going, guys? You've come to the table. These are the reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, black. You want to clear the table from this position in reds and you don't want the cue ball travelling at all. What order are you going? One, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7. I'm just going to pick that one. Right. 1, 4, 5, 2. I wouldn't play. I would play that third personally. All right. So this is what my order is. I haven't been able to look at everyone's patterns because it's too difficult for me to work out, and there's so many of them. But this will be my first ball. So this will go. My order would be 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, 7, black. I don't know if anyone did the same as me, but it's not right or wrong. It's just whichever one you feel most confident with, right? Let's see if we can get it. Got a couple of long shots. So I'm not. Oh wait, was someone going to go that one first? No. A couple of long shots, which are they're going to involve travel to an extent, but not loads. Still not doing too much with the cue ball. Just basically getting them into my position where I'm straight on every shot, right? So now that you've done that, that wasn't, again, if you got different to me, it wasn't that I was right. It's just that that's what the pattern I saw. Everyone's going to see different patterns. The main thing being, as long as you've got a pattern, that the cue ball isn't travelling. That's the main thing. All right, so level 8, because we just did 7 reds in the black, right? Level 8, we're going to stick a yellow on the table. Go. Hang on. Go. What's your pattern? Right, so we'll number the balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, black. What's your order for clearing up the reds without the cue ball travelling loads? Wasn't mine with the cue ball. Yeah, again, Joe, I don't mind long pots because I'm quite a confident potter. For me, as long as I'm in straight-ish lines and the cue ball isn't moving loads, I do not mind long shots. But if you're someone who prefers short shots or rail shots or something like that, like I would always try and incorporate a double into a pattern if I see it. I would much prefer a double than a rail shot, for example, where most people would play shots down the rail. So it's all personal preference, and no one's right or wrong. It's just what you find a preference, basically. All right, so not many people are, well, no one's, I've heard one person, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 2, 3, that wouldn't be last ball for me. 3, 2, 5, 7. 3, 3, 2, 5, 5, no, 5, oh my god, 5, so 3, 2, 5, 7, 4, that's 2, oh my god, right, I don't know the order that you're writing down right now, but this is my order, so I would go 3, that's 4, that's 5, 3, 5, 2, 7, 4, 1, 6, black. Because again, with that pattern, the cue ball was moved no more than 6 inches or so. Alright, so again, no real cue ball travel. But you're not going to get easy layouts like that every time. It's just nice to practice those easier ones. If you're practicing those easier ones and making them, you might make it when it's not as easy. Right, I'm going to do something now that I haven't done before. It probably won't work, and it probably won't come up with an exact 7-ball pattern. But I'm going to throw these balls on the table, hoping none go in. Can't really do anything. Right, with the cue ball, I'm going to see if I can separate those reds. Another red, separate them out. Alright, so the cue ball's here. I've got 7 reds down there. Shouldn't be messing up this pattern, but let's see if we can come up with an order. Alright? Thing is, with this type of a pattern, you're probably going to leave yourself choices. You're going to leave yourself options. So for me, I think I would go 1, 2. I'd then play this plant third, this one onto this one. Play this one fourth. Play that ball fifth to get out for this one, sixth. Finish with this one seventh and get up table for the black, right? The hardest thing about this is the first shot. I would definitely change this pattern if I hadn't already called it. So, loads of cue ball travel on that, but that shot was created by the fact that I didn't change my pattern right near the end of that finish. Look at that for a shot. Woohoo! But yeah, that's basically pattern play. The reason why I was doing that is because I was playing like an absolute idiot for so much of that live. But yeah, let's see if I can make some patterns in an actual game. Most people can't control the cue ball like that though, absolutely. But that's why you practice cue ball, like basically, first thing you practice doing is hitting the cue ball. Like basically just the object ball and understanding how to hit the center of the cue ball. I would never teach a beginner how to play side spin, put it that way. You would then progress to kind of top spin, back spin, and then when you get to kind of intermediate level, that's when you might incorporate a little bit of side spin, but you're still not going to be doing it that much. Basically, as a beginner, your goal should be to cue the middle of the ball, cue ball, and pop balls. Try and learn how to pop balls. From there, you worry about spin, right? And then from there, you worry about pattern play. This is definitely not something that a beginner would do. Your main focus should just be potting balls and hitting the cue ball in the middle until it becomes absolutely nailed on. All right, see if we can get a break and clearance. Let's go. I appreciate the gift there. Richard, thanks so much, buddy. All right, so we haven't got a pattern here, but I think we could probably say we're gonna go for, I don't know. The difficult thing about reds is the first shot. Otherwise, I don't like yellows. I really like reds, to be fair, but this first shot's tough. Go yellows for the challenge. Yellows for the challenge. Let's go yellows for the challenge. Alright, think about yellows. Got to get there. I haven't looked around there, but I assume I'll be able to get around there, break that yellow out and leave that yellow. Leaving the angle, leave me the angle, don't leave that angle. So I can't do that anymore, I don't think. Needed a much better angle than that. That's annoying. See if we can manufacture it. No. No chance. Big double. Oh, go on then. Go on. Go on, ball. Go on, ball. Red. All right, I've got to play a carom. I've got to play that and try and pop that yellow. Oh, it was close. It was close, but no cigar. All right, probably going to end the live in a sec. I'll do one or two more breaks and just see what's happening. See if we can get a clearance. In fact, I won't leave until I get a clearance. How about that? Top spin English. Is that a preference? If you're someone who, Howard is it? So I'm assuming where you've said top spin English, you are either American or you play American pool. The thing with English pool, where the balls are a lot lighter, we don't really use the weight of the cue ball to get through and get position. So you're more often than not going to be playing backspin in English pool than you are topspin. I am anyway. Because the cue ball, you're able to maneuver it with backspin a lot easier than you are with American pool, because American pool, the cue ball is heavier. So, so that's why I tend not to use topspin. I also find that my accuracy with topspin is nowhere near as good as it is with backspin. I'm assuming because I can't actually see the line of the shot, because when I raise my cue up, I'm kind of hiding the line of the cue on the ball a little bit. That's my guess anyway. Come on, something go down. Yes. Love that. Alright, come on in. What we're doing, let's get a finish. Let's get a clearance. It's not an easy one. It's gettable, but it's not super easy. I want to get this ball done first. Let's get this out of the way. This ball's second. Alright, cool. So we come up with an exact, pretty much, hopefully an exact pattern here. These two have to be last based on where the black is, and the black can't go in that corner So the black's going to go in there, and we can aim to be on it from one of these two, right? So we figure out a pattern. We've already worked on pattern play. So my pattern is going to be, it's going to be a difficult one because it's going to involve travel from this ball moving up table regardless of where I end up. I'm going to play this one first. I could play that first, but I'm going to play that. This second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, black. I think a lot of people would play this now and get rid of these two and travel from this one, but I'm not going to. That was the only thing that could have gone wrong with this pattern. I should still be able to travel down this line and kind of end up around this area. Oh wow, how do you hit that red? Very fortunate to an extent, but doesn't mean this is a clearance. Let's go there. Choice. I've got a choice. End up back here for this one. Wait for it. Alright, well I didn't get a clearance, but this is my last one. So. Kind of had to snatch it in a weird way. I know what you mean. Just tap it. More than that, please. Try and get it in this middle. I don't think it goes. It definitely doesn't go. Let's try. That'll do. Alright, so that's me done. I'm going to end on that note because that was probably the only good thing that happened on today's live. Alright, any questions, guys? Feel free to ask. Again, apologies for the standard in me trying to clear the table. That will improve, I'm sure. Oh. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. You ending, yeah. Live for over an hour and a half. I'm going to be playing a match tomorrow. So if you guys want to see me play Simon, who is on my lives. How are we doing, George? Good to see you, mate. Just finishing up, buddy. You just missed it. If you guys want to see me playing a live match, I'll be playing Simon tomorrow at around... what time? I think it's like around 8 p.m. Yeah. What am I doing? Get the other thing. Come on, man. But yeah, any questions, guys? How long have you played for? 33 years on and off. Since I was 5. I'm now 38. Too old, if anything. But we move. That's all right, mate. I'll be live throughout the week a lot, and I'll be posting videos throughout the week a lot as well. So be sure to stay tuned for those. Thank you, Mafia. Appreciate that. If you haven't already hit that follow button on TikTok, guys, please do that. Guys on YouTube, if you haven't already hit that sub button, please do that. And have your notifications on, because it will tell you when I go live. Yeah, 33 years on and off. Is this my house? This is in my place, yeah. This is my living room. So I have effectively a TV studio in my lounge. I don't have a sofa. Don't really watch TV in here. TV's on the wall so I can see comments. But yeah, this is my living room. Because why would you have a sofa when you can have a pool table? Question. I have a question. Feel free to ask your question. Do you play in the league? Yeah, we play in the. I play on a Tuesday night for my a local team. We just won the league actually, but it's more just for fun. How much did the table cost? The link to the table is in my bio. Is there a touch? What do you mean? What do you mean by touch? Not sure what you mean by that. Take it you ain't married? No. No, sir. Any other questions before I shoot off? If you're on the 8, yeah? What about if you're on the 8? George, thank you so much for the gift, mate. Much appreciated. You didn't have to do that. Much appreciated. White and 8 ball touching. Right. Let's do this. I think this is what you mean. White and 8 are touching like that, yeah? Touching ball, like they're touching. Thanks, Fire. Appreciate that. But you have to play away from it. If it's touching ball, you can't move the black or it's going to be a foul. So if you do this, it's called a push shot. If you do this, it's double contact. You're effectively hitting the cue ball, the object ball, and the tip of your cue are all touching at the same time, which is not allowed, right? So if it's like this and it's touching, you have to play away from it. And remember, when you play away in international rules and black ball rules, you have to hit a cushion after contact. So if you're in a situation like this, touching ball, you've got to pray for a miracle, really. Close. Yeah. Play away. So it's touching ball, you have to play away. You can't move the black. The black moves when you go away from it, it's a foul. However, if you do this and you play into it that way, that's not a foul because it moved after you moved away from it, right? Cool. Right, guys on TikTok, thank you so much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Be sure to hit that follow button if you haven't already. Cheapside can get a decent table. I personally just recommend this table, so it depends on what kind of table you want. But yeah, this table is in the link in my bio if you want to check it out. Yeah, have a good one, guys, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow. No worries, Kev, sorry. No worries, Breakout. Have a good evening, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. George, especially at the end there, coming in with the gift. Much appreciated. Be sure to hit that sub button if you haven't already. I will be live tomorrow for a match, which... what was I going to say? From about 8 PM UK time. So be sure to have your notifications on. Bye, I'm going to sleep. Nice. Yeah, man. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Did you say 8? I'll try and get on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 8. In fact, let me just double check because I've got my phone with me. It's just whenever Si said. Hang on 1 second. Can't remember when he said he would be live. When he'd be able to get here. So tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's going to start at 8, George. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Thanks for all your comments. And I will see you guys on the next one.